I'm an old-fashioned guy. I'll be the first to admit that. I do my accounting on a typewriter, I listen to music on a gramophone, and I have a slight fascination with the old ways of things. I couldn't say for certain whether this plays into the kinds of guitars and gear I like, but it would make sense, don't you think? My name's Alex Kirtley. I've been a musician and a songwriter since I was 16 years old. In February of 2020, I started down a path as a luthier. Having these two careers has allowed me the opportunity to own and handle some great old guitars. In this series of videos, I'll be looking into some of my favourite guitars and some of the stories behind them. Let's get going. The year is 1883. Life magazine was founded in Los Angeles, California. The first electrical lighting system employing overhead wires was installed by Thomas Edison and pressed into service in Roselle, New Jersey. The Brooklyn Bridge in New York was opened, and subsequently a week later was met with rumours that it was going to collapse, causing a stampede. Just 4 miles away was founded a little company that you may have heard of. The Gretsch Musical Instrument Company bears the name of its founder, Friedrich Gretsch. Friedrich William Gretsch, lovingly named as the first Fred, was the oldest of 9 children of William and Anna Gretsch, born in 1856 in Mannheim, Germany. Friedrich Gretsch was born to an entrepreneurial family. His father supported the large family with a successful general store in Mannheim. Friedrich's first exposure to the retail world was likely in his father's store. As many of his family had prior, Friedrich had sights on the quickly developing opportunities in America, so in 1873 he boarded a steamship and took off from Germany. He eventually settled with some family that had emigrated prior in New York City, initially taking a job with his older brother's wine merchant business, before happening upon a job that would prove to be a bit more significant than Fred would have thought at the time. He took a job with Albert Houlet & Sons, a drum and banjo manufacturer. Fred was there for about 9 years. By that point, Fred was 27 years old. He'd been living in America for 10 years and he had a grasp on the musical instrument industry at the time. So following on in his family's entrepreneurial spirit, in 1883, we saw an advent of the Fred Gretsch Musical Instrument Company. Now for this video, we have to cut forward a fair number of years to 1958. And 1958 saw Gretsch's 75th anniversary. At this point, the Gretsch Company was in the hands of Fred Gretsch Jr., Friedrich Gretsch's grandson. It was decided to mark the occasion with a guitar. Thus was born the Gretsch Anniversary model, a guitar which was essentially a stripped-back 6120, bearing a lower price than the neighbouring models, intending to bring customers in. It clearly worked, because as the 75th anniversary came and went, the model stayed. The Gretsch Anniversary model features a 16-inch lower bout, 2.5-inch body depth, 24.6-inch scale length. Initially supplied with Filtertron pickups and trestle bracing, this was stripped back around 1960 to a more standard archtop bracing and high-low-tron pickups, arguably resulting in a downgrade for the anniversary model, however in my case, resulting in my favourite guitar. The only electric guitar I will never sell, and the only one I've kept all through the years. Mine is a 1962 6125 Single Anniversary in two-tone smoke green. I found it in a music store in Whitley Bay in northeast England, where I'm from, around the back end of 2016 when I just turned 19 years old. I used to frequent and visit this music shop whenever I had a spare moment, and I'd just play whatever had come in. On this day I walked in and this Gretsch was hanging above the counter. I just remember stopping, pointing at it and saying, "What is that?" I took it down and played it and immediately fell in love. The narrow but deep neck is perfect for me, the scale length extremely comfortable, the sound was very resonant and raw with the simpler bracing and the high-low-tron pickup, which was wound a little bit lower than most high-low-trons I've come across, this one measuring in at 2.2K. It sounds perfect. It's like a Charlie Christian with a bit more bite. I love it. So did someone else, judging by the overall fairly good condition of this guitar, but very severe wear on the neck. A funny side note is that the music store I bought this from in their entire career had only had 2 original New York made Gretsches, both of them two-tone smoke green single anniversary models, though I believe the other one had been refinished. Mine is all original. I love this guitar, I will never sell it. Let's do a little demonstration here.